If you are under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey, and I'm here to share in on the fun of the Two Crafters, One Design group, who is Mo Creations, Girliest Cards, and You See Why I'm a Diva. They join together each Saturday and they have a theme. And then I'm also submitting this under Saturday Morning Makes, which is Sat Morning Makes. That is hosted every Saturday by Jill Norwood. Now, the theme for the Two Crafters, One Design group this week was baskets. So I decided to join in because I had some basket things. And so let me just jump right in and show you what I've made. So, or what I used rather, than what I made. I used a sentiment or two. Actually, yeah, I think I used 2 sentiments out of these packs. So one out of each, but these are foil sentiments from Pink Fresh Studio. I use this stamp that I used last week. Last week I used the Celebrating You Today, and today I use Have the Best Birthday Ever. Then to cut that sentiment out, I used one of these dies from Altenew. I used this, which I just got, this week. It's the basket, the Slimline Basket Weave. They call it 2-pocket dies, but it's, actually it's just 2-pocket dies. I get it now. But it's the Slimline Basket Weave by Little LDRS Creative. And I just use the inside basket weave since we're talking baskets. I use this basket, Gathering Basket and Galvanized Bucket die set. So I use this basket, which is from Tonic Studios. I use the Basket Beautiful Base die set, and it comes with a square that you could make baskets with, a hexagon or octagon. So today I use the square and this little Made with Love. And this particular base works with, I think, 4 or 5 die sets that they have. So I have, I think, 4 of them, and I used this one to make the 4-sided basket. So then I used this Park Lane Bees paper from Joann's that I just had to have last year. Had to have it. And still want it, still love it. But I finally made myself use a piece of it, although not one of the major pieces. I used this little print here that had little bee prints. So what I've done is I have first made a card. So here is my card, and I used the basket, and then these flowers are actually Anna Griffin flowers, and I didn't pull that die out, but it's part of the auto ship that she had last year that was layered flowers, and also there was layered leaves that she had, and then layered Christmas greenery like a Christmas tree and other greenery wreaths for Christmas. So this was the first in that auto ship last year, and these were the roses, and I had already made these up, so they're in my little basket I have of just pieces that I made up or pieces that I cut out and did not use. So I pulled those out along with the leaves, and the leaves actually were in one piece with 3 leaves, and I cut them apart and fit them in there. Here's one of the sentiments from the Pink Fresh Studio ephemera. And then here is where hopefully you could see that I've stamped Have the Best Birthday Ever in gold Delicata ink. So hopefully you're able to catch that. It's very light. And then I cut out the background. I stamped it and then cut it out with the die set from Altenew. So you can see a little bit here. I used that basket weave die, the LDRS one, and what I've done is created a I don't know if they call this a slider or a wiper card, but as you can see here, this is what it looks like from the top, from the bottom, and it folds flat. So I cut that die out in the strip that is holding the basket and putting this together. And then You Are Simply the Best is the second sentiment from the Pink Fresh group of ephemera. And then you could see I used this little, you may not be able to tell, but they're little bitty bees as the pattern paper in my quest to use more pattern paper this year, because I tend to use just plain cardstock very often. So I love the way this turned out. The back is just plain, but yeah, I like that. And I like the baskets and I like the flowers. Lately, I have been so into flowers, which is kind of unlike me, because I have like a ton of flowers that I have purchased. I mean, a ton that I just don't use, partially because a lot of what I send out is mailed, and so it makes it a lot bulkier, and partly because I stopped doing some of the projects. Like when I first started crafting, I used to watch Nurse Tara 04, and she used to do a lot of altered boxes, like wood boxes, and I used to do things like that and use those flowers a lot. So I haven't done that in a while. Might be something I might do for one of my collabs. We'll see. But this is the card. And then I decided to try, and that's another quest I'm trying this year, is to use the rest of the papers that I've cut out for a card. So that's what I've done here. I used the rest of the cardstock and the rest of the little bee paper. And I made this little basket. And so it's very sturdy. I've used 110-pound cardstock and ivory, and then I covered it with the bee paper. And then I did an overlay in the yellow paper that says A Basket of Joy. And there is a piece of the bee paper under there. So it's just a simple basket done on the bottom, and then I added a piece on the top, and then on the inside, to make it a bit sturdier and cover up the seams of where I joined it somewhat, I used what I had left of the paper. So there are two pieces lining it in yellow and then two pieces lining it in the ivory. So I was going to add a handle, but the paper wasn't quite long enough. The handle would have been too short. So, and besides, I don't know, who I'm going to give it to or what I'm going to put in it. So for now, I'm just going to leave it without a handle, because I might just put some shred in there and put candy or a bath bomb in there, and then put it in a bag and tie it up. And then when I tie it up, I will use this little tag that I made with it that says "Made with Love." So those are my projects today for Two Crafters, One Design and Saturday Morning Makes. So thank you so much for hosting that, ladies. I'll have the hashtags below. And please go check out other people who are playing along with these two collaborations. I have seen quite a few of them over the last year and really enjoy seeing a lot of the things that other people make in these collaborations. So again, check them out, check out those hashtags, and thank you guys so much for watching. You have a great and a very, very blessed day. Bye-bye.